Yeah, the good old book in Isaiah 60, verse 22. I'm grateful to be about the living on the ground, especially God, to the people's business. Good morning to where you are joining us via our online platform or online radio, love radio, live, share the live, friend, tell a friend. Indeed, another teaching is from the exchange good of our beloved country. Listen, command Paul. Well, my name is Rufus. Divine, I need another follow. What's the equals? Of course, on the element, sure. The flight international airport, commodity report, secret health, movement in Monrovia into basic questions. I'm asking you, your friend, to tell me of your joy all about teaching. They like what God to do. So good morning, Jackson. Join us from We factory black men, one of ardent followers who long family. Let's- We're going to be looking at something very important. You know, every time we sit on this platform, coach, and let me say this, we hold no allegiance to any party, and neither what we believe in the growth and development of our beloved country. The truth helps those, those on the naked. So whatever we be doing morning, we do it because we know after the microphone, we do not use the microphone for my line. We do not use the microphone for instability, misinformed, or to do or conscious follow the ethical constant worry that right is. That matters. Let's say good morning, resident, or wherever you are, morning to you.
Looking for fast internet for your home, small business, or office? Get the MTN 4G router from any MTN service today for just $49. Core router, $59 and enjoy connectivity and convenience like never before. No stress, just connectivity and convenience. You can activate your router yourself at any time using MTN remote or airtime. Just dial star 355 hash and enjoy bundles starting as low as $9.
Oh, get on the router. Call 5656 for more information. More affordable, fast, and reliable internet with Lusa Cell MTN. Business done good.
So truly after the commercials, of course, let's say new morning, you just join us. It's the show right now on YouTube, on one. See that I've been, things friends go out for the breath of life, hospital or compound, whatever they are, they cares about. Okay, so let's go to begin. rate of like B, the rate uh, 199.5, selling rate 2.8. Buying rate is 199.5, and selling rate 201.0. That does it for part of segment has to do with the commodities and uh, to has to do with gas fuel is for 850 gasoline to other places. Jerry, say 7.5. We know it to be 800. So, Rumble Troop morning. To this morning. Energize. That is, let's go to our weather report. Our weather report this morning. Uh, Temperature range low, uh, Fahrenheit, wind west southwest 5 to 10 uh, meter per hour, and change the chance of 40% of rain is 40%, mostly cloudy. Humidity and at 10 meters per hour. So that's it for the weather forecasts. Uh, Let us go to our health tip, like we always say. Please water your drink. Always take in water. When you wake up in the morning, make sure uh, a bottle of water or water. Yes, so that uh, so that inner organ. Well, some of you that is drinking business. Drink will help you. You see, different emotional habit. People know me very sleep, dry, or very dry. What are my friend intake? Gradually, formation. The body started to good that you take as water is very essential. Help your kidney, help your these our friends who love this energy drink, minimize it because it's not healthy for you. A lot of pain and very, very dangerous. Do the need the mixture. Yeah, you mix energy drink or all on the market these things. What is it's a super important for you. You may experience being some of the causes. You also have most of you don't drink water to or to put all the waste. So like that, it becomes cleaners on the inner organs. Hmm? So when you drink water, it helps to flush out some of these things that you put in your system. It helps to detox the system. Yeah. So drink water. Make water your friend. Drink water. And please, if you are eating hot food, please do not drink cold water. It's not healthy for you. A room temperature is better. When you're eating cold water is not healthy. Cold water is replace it in a habit. So for that drink, taking olive food and so for that before it becomes hmm? So people coming down with kidney stone, all the kind of untreated that creates a lot of all right. So please let's move on to our next uh, the there are the rabbits, no, the Flatbed International Airport is points that we always bring to Flatbed. We don't want to miss yeah, we need to miss the flight, a lot of expensive and some of you who your loved ones coming, you have a bad I said you mind you go quickly to the flight service from Paris International Airport. We begin with Ramos. They have Ramos International Airport. Ethiopia flight ET942 from Freetown Stadium. We arrived at Ramos International Airport at 5 this morning. Air Peace flight P47536 from Accra, Ghana. We arrived at the Rabat International Airport at 4:15 this afternoon. Ascar, Ascar from Accra, Ghana. We arrived at the Rabat International Airport at 5 this. And lastly, for Brussels Airlines, Brussels Airlines SN2, we arrived at the Rabat this evening. So that's all the arrivals. We now move on from the arrivals to airport. Ethiopian Airlines flight ET942 will depart Lagos International Airport at 11:05 for Addis Ababa this morning. 11:05 Ethiopian Airlines 942 Lagos International Airport for Addis Air Peace flight 7536 depart Lagos International Airport at 4:55 for Freetown, Sierra Leone. And lastly, for departure, Brussels Airlines. Brussels Airlines flight SN245 will depart Lagos International Airport at 9:10 this evening for Brussels. That's also for the flight schedule. And all of you who will follow us, and we appreciate you following. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The positive show is on, and we'll share with you. And we like, on those positive things, of positive change. Okay? So the vehicle traffic, and this morning, while on my way to work, I had uh, traffic congestion. It is very very important. It is very uh, ours. We don't experience these things. We don't experience much as most of the days at the moment. The traffic congestion is not as other days could be. In hour 8 experience, you start to build up. However, we caution our drivers to keep the traffic rules, the safety. We save lives. Yeah. So moving power into our Liberia National Police remind that it has to do with public safety. It's very important. Notice that there are lots of container trucks applying on routes are not road, and it is something nobody doing G, and this is something that we always say we shouldn't allow things to happen before cautionary methods should be put in place to avoid occurrence or the reoccurrences of those things that happened in the past. We have records of trucks falling all over the place, lives and property lost. Will we continue to do one thing over and over and expect different results? No. We must depend on our actions. We must depend on those minutes and those promises to safeguard the space. And we want to say to our police, you are doing extremely well. More needs to be done. And let I say, the appearance of our police officers, majority, so rated at that, it's proud to me when our officers looking very tidy, look very unique. Those days where we grew when we saw police officers dress up, you know, yes, admiration for the force. But little did we knew that we were going to go in that area tired of the office. So seeing them now in that form and man, shit, youth acting and and even though you are constrained, but the later you have, are making maximum use, restoring that dignity of first responder. So we say thanks for on the sad note. We've learned that most of the officers who are carriers of arms, trick or freak. Most of the officers are really great. Most of the officers that are carriers of arms, they are trick or freak. So we want to say to you, Mr. Aki, that continue to please do correct, nurturing, and coaching of your who are carriers of arms. The one thing we've learned in the security sector, one who has temperament, that person should not be a carrier of arms. So that's why you have that coach within with emotions. Notice that most of these officers are are not adhering to those trainings which have been trickled or their saw just precious doing. So in Josephville area, the officer was very fast in taking on, which of course, then us more often the guys don't fall when it comes to carrying on arms. Where you go to the supermarket and you are police carrier of arms, that if there are rules, but in as much we climb down on people who go against the police, we must also on the things that they are carry in entertainment, carry in bank malls, you don't carry for markets. We must follow rules. These rules must be adhered to fullest. So just a little thought about that, and we hope that our officers can put them in check that rules governs the carrying of the arm. Right? With that being said, we appreciate you, the police when it comes to traffic, especially in highways and Parkland Boulevard, um, doing yes, hands up to the folks at Boulevard Junction, you guys are doing the most especially admire the females. They are the morning, the evening hours. Also, you the people that are also there doing the street. Sheriff, following, we appreciate. So we appreciate the how, and also to the guys that uh, at Junction. I mean, along the route, everywhere officers are assigned, and we are working with our officers who are of the out of traffic police, you know, that protecting all men and women in our security sector. Hands up to all of you to do in the strenuous time where government is control, but you are still in charge of your duties responsibly. We give it off. All right. So the people traffic movement, as always, um, the Tottenham Boulevard is a traffic area. You, if you are just coming from Nigeria and you use Canada, please know that it's not on uh, right in route to experience those slowness in traffic, and you also have a to the instruction. So the traffic built on SD Cooper Road, the SD Cooper um, Boulevard Junction, take you from the 540 area, 540 Captain of the whole just going through. Now, when you get around the area, at times redirected, redirected. So please follow the rules. Give you access to the Fiaman area right by the MSA, opposite the main entrance of JF. That place for entry that comes from inside of Tottenham Boulevard. Traffic congestion along that route. Yeah. So now, fast forward around the 18th, uh, most often you have them give you a detour to use the seaside of Avenue, or you the next side avenue. Those are areas that have that police and detour. Now, for our friends coming from Barbados International Airport, if you want to have access as speedy as you can through the red light anywhere, all you need to do when you get around, just drive through the president. They're going to take you behind President Boakas, drive through that corridor, lead you up for. You can also have access to that route to GST. You want to get go fast forward to the market, turn on your left, drive head on. When you get around the corner station, just try your right. That route take you as far as the red light. Better still, you also have access around the hospital. Turn on your right. That road leads day. Going to take you up for the Park Hopping Junction area. Note that traffic lights, where we have traffic lights along that route, we have traffic lights at the Duper Road Junction, we have traffic lights at the Police Academy Junction, you have traffic lights for Park Hopping from the Kakata, Mambak, those are areas that you have to travel. We noticed that always about why we caution you at this point because it indicates that the folks from the opposite lane had to go, and you as the motorcyclist, you just go through the you caught up in a cause accident. And at that moment, you are wrong. Whatever the traffic light indicates who should go, who have the right of way, and who do not have the right of way. You, the pedestrians, make sure to always watch traffic lights. Use the crosswalk. It is always possible to use the crosswalk. Use the crosswalk to better point. Drivers, when you see people on the crosswalk, it indicates that they get on the other side of the road. Give them access. That one 35 seconds or 20 seconds, your money will not. You see, a lot of you violent people on the crosswalk that want to get on the opposite side. Let's be civilized for once. There are a lot of trainings that for these jobs. So let's go back to our indicators. For those of you coming from the highway area there, when you get around the map back area and want to have access to the Gardensville or what the Bush Island, all you need to do, drive to where you have the morning hotel from the map to Gardensville, Quebec, get you access for uh, this very area, access to Caldwell of Bourgeois Island. Please say to the Ministry of there's a need that you do some quick fix and patch and all most especially the Dingsville area that is Keba in the current experience series of accident within Accra because people that are living from this way towards that side because of the hole that is there, the tend to drive. Sometimes they collide penalty, so we need to work based until to do a proper work in those areas. So kudos. So those of you there, the traffic light is also please drivers ahead of traffic light. We help all of us mood. We also have traffic light. How you call it? This Japanese freeway, right? Where the need to traffic light. Now, for those who come from Neutral Island, it was town of Painesville. You can use that same power and these will always know that yes, is low because of the rainy season. Please have time, drive speed can control. Compared to the sunnish about. They will tell you 10 kilometer per hour. The indicators are higher because so in a school zone you don't move fast, you don't move speed up and all those things. The vehicle that you are riding, trust me, they are happen at any encourage you drivers to make the cars to do things the cars before putting those yeah. So you use it out in the people area, you may experience congestion of the traffic in their area because continue people of Monrovia. In my area, you also avoid that kind of to Belema going to access to get up to reach like you go into go and look community is called the Dope drive drive through Clarendon. Clarendon access to Baton, Ujo Island, Central Town. So that was vehicular traffic. We appreciate just leave a comment, it right those that follow Jackson Pony Jr. brother, friend, I am following I am 13. Samuel following my own resident in 10, David India. Good morning, my brother. Bless God this morning to monitor your show. Thank you so much. Oya Shereen, I'm following. Thanks to all of you for what you are doing. Now, who value this discussion? Yeah. This morning, you know, there have been series of build-up for the most publicized, what do you call it, protests. That's 17. Enough is enough protest. So we coined, professionally, we've coined uh, a format that we're going to use to look at the intent and outcome, quote unquote, outcome of publicize uh, enough is enough in July 17 protests. So, like I always say to you, that we who are communicators, we are very keen on indicators, especially the message and the messenger. Who is the messenger? What kind of message is he bringing? What is the channel they are using to disseminate whatever message? So we have, right? We have the sender and the receiver. The sender and the receiver. And there is an exchange as the message and the feedback. The one who sends the message, the one who receives the message gives feedback. So now, with that message, sends a message, the receiver sends a feedback. So, best we have coined this morning, and we are not judges. We will bring the clearer picture to you, and you're going to decide whether it is important that this protests get the attention, participation, or that will just watch those who created the environment for themselves. So we will be looking at the five values and what about this sized protest for 2017, just in a day or two in Thursday. So we've coined the who, the what, when, the where, the why, and so with that being said, you now, after we have laid out the premise, you will be the one to make the judgment whether you are to join or to watch. Right? So the who, the primary organizers of the 2017 protests are the civil society group. CAN is an acronym. CAN is an acronym, Solidarity of Trust for New Day. They are supported by various other groups, including the We the People movement, Civil Society Foundation, the Youth League of the Congress for Democratic Change, C, the Progressive Student Alliance, Citizens United to Demand Accountability. The protest is spearheaded by STEM Chairman Mobake Molu. Notably, the Liberian People's Party (LPP) distanced itself from the protest, viewing it as a political movement. The United Party has also the United Party has also disassociated itself in an counter protest. Now, so that's the who. Now, what? I told you the five devils in the one eight. What? The protest team, enough is enough, aims to address several grievance against the Bwaka-led Unity Party government. The court demanded outlined in a 10-point resolution includes a minimum wage of $500 for civil servants, care system overhaul, an end to restriction on motorbikes and tequila operators, reversal of politically motivated dismissal, restoration of constitutional order, continued protections, dismissal of police director Gregory Coleman and deputy director Nelson Freeman, compensation for victims of false conviction, prosecution of corrupt officials, a comprehensive audit of concession agreements, and a national referendum to reduce term limits. The protests also seek to address issues such as alleged corruption, economic hardship, police brutality, and the alleged disappearance of 8 million in public funds. So we've given you the who, the what, and now let's move to when. The protest is scheduled for July 17, 2025. It is the culmination of months of civic mobilization. They have given you the when, who, the what, the when, we move on to the where. Protest is planned to take place in Monrovia and its environs. Protesters will march along two main routes, from Boulevard to Capitol Hill and the Bushra Island through Broad Street to Capitol Hill. The protest is expected to begin at the Capitol building, giving you the who, what, when, where, why. The protest is driven by public dissatisfaction with governance, alleged judicial abuses, economic hardship, and perceived failure of Waka-led government to deliver on its promises. Organizers seek to awaken national conscience, demand accountability, and push for reform. And then we gave you the one H. We have given you the five W's, the one H. How? The protest is intended to be peaceful and non-violent. Organizers have needed to cooperate with security forces and ahead to the time of the protests. The Liberia National Police (LNP) has granted conditionally approval and will provide security. National Police has urged organizers to seek permission from the Ministry of Justice and has emphasized the importance of peaceful conduct and adherence to the law. The Unity Party has called on its supporters to avoid participation in any protest, counter-protest, or Thanksgiving march on July 17, 2025. I have given you the five W's and the one five W's and the one H. Now, let us compromise the five W's, one H. There are people who don't understand. Break down the five W's and the one H. Who said, stand, be, leader, or organizer of the protest, right? Who are those heading stand? said, staying chairman is Mobile Kimball. Now, as a citizen of this country, you follow the political, movement in the country, and you know individuals, personal involvement and interaction as it relates to the politics of our country. Who is Mobile Kimball? Is his contribution to the society? Is it negative or very positive? Mr. Mobile Kimball was the former chairman of the Coalition for Democratic Change, the immediate past leadership of the Republic of Nigeria. What was his role during his leadership? What was his role during his leadership when his party headed this country for 6 years? What did he do when things weren't on the right path as it relates to governance? What was his take in that form and manner? I am not judging, but I'm giving you indicators so that you be able to digest and know the purpose for which individuals who are fully involved with the planned protest, their intent towards the protest. So you and I are no strangers, even those who live outside of Nigeria. There were a lot of things that happened within the leadership of the immediate past government headed by Coalition for Democratic Change, which Mr. Mohamed Moro, chairman of state, was the chairman of the party that headed the country for 6 years. We have a lot, saw a lot, which the Liberian people decided to kind of change the government. If the Liberian people experience the best in governance during the 6 years of the Coalition for Democratic Change led, were they going to make a change in government? A question for you to answer. Mr. Mobile K. who is the head, the arrowhead of the plain July 17 protest, who chair a party that led this country for 6. Why the Liberian people gave exit to the party for leading them? Let's move on to another point, which is we finish with the who, right? Which is the what. Why are they post? What the what is the protest? What is the protest? And the protest is going under the theme enough is enough. Enough is enough. And here accounts by the protester or would-be protesters. Here accounts for which they want to protest. They said, aim to address several grievances against the Buhari-led party government. The core demand outlined in a 10-point resolution, minimum wage of 500 United States dollars for civil servants. Now, we will break it down small, small. Mhm. During the CDC-led government, what was the minimum wage of the civil servant salary? A party that was here by the present state chairman. Always, yeah. What was the minimum wage for civil servant? Now, a party we see or did we hear at any point in time the head of this party during the leadership of his party calling on the government, any account, calling on to have the minimum wage for civil servants, you are there to answer. I'm going to bring you the points. They move on to say healthcare system overhaul during the regime of government, past immediate government was of the government healthcare services. What was the involvement of the government that Mr. Morgan had arrowhead of the plan as something vocal it relates to this count name two. If not, let's move on to the next one. Let me just say these are important points. That's why I always say to people, we have the message and the message. The message may be very important. Who brings the message? Is very important. Who is the messenger? Is the messenger the right person to bring such a message? Let's move further. Before we move forward, it is important to note that these points are very cardinal. Our people need to have minimum wage 500. Yes, it's a very good thing. Some of us are putting our eyes on the private parents were fully involved. The private sector is the place that people themselves and live. When you saw your parent into government or looking in the direction of government, that means he or she wants to give back to the society, to his country or country. But politicians going and turning around to divert the attention to government and manipulate the private sector. So now everyone now directed to government. You bring government, then you and when you get in government, it's a matter of must do the things, the daily things to reach yourself. Because accountability, hmm, whatever. So let's move on. Should we have a responsible system overall? Say yes. That's why some of us we are the lead campaign. on our legislators to reduce their salaries, to reduce their so that some of these monies that are allotted for them can go towards our health sector, bringing in of machines, low illnesses, and education and the training of health workers so that they be able to solve these medical concerns. So they themselves, when they are out of power, they can have that say, if I go to the JFK or if I go to the Jackson Field Hospital or go to the redemption, I will be treated. My illness, whatever I've been bothered with, will be treated right here, and that value will be given me because I feel proud. I saw this to happen. Unless we still see our officials spending huge sum of money outside Nigeria for medical attention and here in the flag, the hotel bill, and all those things. If we had the requisite equipment in various hospitals and our health care service up to the standard, you have that ticket. You don't have to go that far. You'll be right in there. First preference given you. But today, they don't see it that way. None of it, healthcare delivery is on question. And this is a very big point. But the question here is, who are the role play? These individuals in any given time opportunity to change the narrative. They went on to say, end to restriction on motorbikes and care operators. Now, motorbike operators restriction. Let us face the reality. We know that our brothers and sisters find themselves out of government transportation means to get their living. But the reality is there must be since the inception of the restriction referring to pass, has there been any positive transformation in our city center? One could say yes. It minimized criminal rate, it minimized accident rate, and so forth. But our ancestors who found themselves in the transportation business, given is a leverage a part of the city, say, yeah, are they not applying those parts of the city? They are. So why should they be given absolute to touch this everywhere? The same that people, some of them travel, we have commercial motorbike touching base in the major city center, like we see. The question is yes to that. Let's move further. Another count, reversal of political or politically motivated dismissal. Now, politically motivated dismissal. Let's understand government. That's what I always say to the time opportunity to set the goal always caution us. Friend, especially, why? My question to you: why is it the elderly, most especially, I love to give example related in other major ministry. Why these old people still in government, working for one government? You know why? Because these people disassociated themselves political quest from the professional lives. That's the big reason government come, they stay there. Government go, another one come, they stay there because they have distance. Your professional life cannot go in line with your political life. That's why a lot of you hold political appointments based on, oh yeah, because I chanted party is a matter of must. They gave me position. It is not based on merit. It is based on your political affiliation. So you see it demanding that you get that job at all costs. You are not qualified, but you want a certain job because we are all in the trenches for the government that is at hand. We are all in the loose and of the country. Their message brought them to leadership. But you fail to understand that the future is always there for the people. At that point, you see it as a means that come on, me, I must get this job. I must remain. And there is a core value, there is a law that governs civil servant, that governs each and every one of us in government. And how is it called? Hmm? How is that law called? The code of conduct. The code of conduct is intended to guide how many of you who are calling, oh yeah, being politically dismissed because I'm political here, so I want to dismiss me. Now let's face the reality. It's the core, the law that governs your state to the position, or when you engage into political activity because you wanted to maintain or you want to maintain your because you want the job politically, so you think your maintenance on the job, you should get engaged with the same politics. That's I always say to people, your recommendation takes you, it takes your character to keep you there. It takes your character to keep you there. So I may recommend you to go to a particular place because I am the chairman of XYZ. And this is the party that has the country. I recommend you. And by virtue of the fact, whether you qualify or not, it is a political appointment must be to that point. So I just take it, send them there. Whether they are not qualified, let them be there. Let them be participating. That are feedback from the work that it is wrong. It's unprofessional. So you as a person, when you find yourself in that line, based on your political affiliation, and you got a particular job in a professional sector, associate yourself, your professional life, from that of your political life. Because there is a rule, there is a law that governs that particular. Take for instance, that's why I always find out who find themselves taking the way they are taking. Because at the end of it, after the microphone, there is life. You cannot use the microphone to do unorthodox. You cannot use the microphone to do unorthodox. Because this profession calls for ethical. behaviors. So if I sit here because I have the opportunity to sit before the microphone, just pay out anything at any given time. Oh, yes, because I'm covered with yeah, journalists. Every profession who have ethical standards. You must abide by those. If you were in government and the code of conduct is your ground, deviate from the code of conduct and start to do unorthodox things, at the end of the day, you are caught in the web. It is political. Which let's analyze. Let's move on to the next count. We feel with the who, that the one who own, and the one have components for which they want to go. Yes, we feel the motorcyclists and all the kind of so instead, politically motivated dismissal. Restoration of constitutional order and 10 new protections. Constitutional orders and that we, in any given time, the head of this protest and your cohorts, when the leadership reported they 100% perform in aligned as it relates to this count or these counts, come on, you are there to answer those who want to ask it. Now, let's move. Time is fast. They are also calling for the dismissal of Police Director Gregory Coleman and Deputy Director Nelson Freeman. Reason being, best group. But let's face the reality. Are these individuals that they are calling for the dismissal? Are they performing desperately or are they performing? They are not 100%, but they have engaged with positive measures that cause transformation. Hmm? Are we there? Are they involved with positive measures that is actually defining the unit, the family, or are they doing other things that cause for the dismissal? Hmm? Comparing them to that of those of yesterday. Let's move forward. Compensation for victims of forced invasion. Hmm? Compensation for victims of forced invasion. Prosecution of corrupt officials. Now, forced invasion. Forced invasion. This is wrong, right? Forced invasion. Now, if somebody has issues with a land dispute and they went through the due process of law and the other party was given the right to invade people, what role the government has in compensation between two parties? There are different divine tendencies here and know very well when I build on a parcel of land that has a serious, questioning. So yeah, I know very well that this land has not going to build it. Then at the end of the day, when the decision find out, then who's to be blamed? Or let's say, for instance, if you think that this place is a no-go zone, this place is not for residential purpose, and you went there, I mean, oh, yeah, wait, what I'm going to get money to develop, build that. And at the end of the day, taking you from there, ask that, oh, we want to use this place, can be removed. So, by best practice, you find of someone who the heart of gold, find somebody, happy, give you money, to settle, in. It is, let's face that, our part. Prosecution of corrupt officials. Now, that's the reality. And officials who are earmarked or have been projected for corruption being prosecuted, are they not? Comparing to yesterday, are they not? That question is just to answer. A comprehensive audit of concession agreements, which of course is very important. Hmm? And a national referendum to reduce term limits. That's a very good one. So now, let's fast forward. The protests seek to address issues such as alleged corruption, economic hardship, police brutality, and the alleged disappearance of 48 million in public funds. All these points are very kind of important. But the question here, who are the messengers? Who are those messengers? Were they in any given time in the space that changed the narrative, or they never had the opportunity to move? Dealing with the who, the what, the when. The protest is scheduled for July 17, 2025. And under the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia gave every citizen the right. Yeah. So it is date, the time date for this peace. Where the protest is planned to take place in Monrovia and its environment. So that the Japanese freeway, the Tottenham Boulevard, will be locked down. So in this way, the Constitution also says peaceful gathering or whatever it is should not violate movement of others. Should not violate the free movement of others. That's why the Ministry of Justice, the Liberal National Police had a meeting, or they have had several meetings with the protesters of the protesters and see this day to reality in a peaceful manner, because it is the right of the citizens to speak. It is the right of the citizens to gather. What is the intent? Why? Because the one own government, they want to petition the government to do the right thing. So my question is, it's thing. But to you, our young brothers and sisters who do not even know the nitty gritty of this whole protest, but because you see your friends, oh my man, John, they gave me $20. Oh my man, John, our party, our leader there, they made it in the program. So that was our party screen, and they John there, They got people who know why they are starting this process. And they got people who are there, let them follow. They got people who are very keen and looking for every avenue to burst on their ankle. You must be sensitive enough as a young person or as an individual while you prepare yourself with the drugs is clean. But who are the a good message? Messengers, the right ones, 0887 105 105 0778 665 073 are numbers and form part of the disc. You listen to the five W's and the one H about the plan explain to you, analyzing the five W's and the one H. What have you to say concerning this? Answering those questions that were asked. Are the messages the right ones for the message? Is the message the unique 0778 665 087 105 105 are the numbers to call and form part of the positive show. Get this commercial commitment and be right back.
Are you looking for fast internet for your home, small business, or office? Look no further. Get the MTN 4G router from any MTN service center today for just $59 full router and $59 fixed router. And enjoy connectivity and convenience that you never before. No strings, just connectivity and convenience. You can activate your router yourself at any time using MTN Momo or Airtime. Just dial *355 and enjoy bundles starting as low as $9.
Rush now. Get your 4G internet router. 4656 for more information. Enjoy affordable, fast, and reliable internet with local self MTN. This is done better.
Whoa! MTN mobile money network, yo! For the first time in Liberia, you can send money from your straight to Africa, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Guinea, Uganda, Mali. No more stressing on how you will send your children school fees to Rwanda or your market money to Guinea or even all your goods from Ghana. Momo is not in fact borders. So just star 156 star 1 in the national and follow the instructions.
Money right from the phone. Dial star 156 star 1 hash and select international transfer to cross borders platform of BNB and Lone Star Self MTN mobile money.
Your win is over. The time to win is now. Win Nigeria, in collaboration with Love FM, present the Big Show Raffle Draw nationwide. $50 Liberian dollars or $1.50. You can win a full package, 48-inch smart of data package of your choice, and 4 months of Netflix account. Now, 255 star 45 hash. Again, 255 hash. The better your chances to win. Your draw runs from now to the 31st July 2025. Draw is August 1, 2025. Don't miss out. For more information about the raffle draw, call 231 9461 or 778 2490. Working hours from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mondays to Friday, and on Saturdays 12 noon. It's a virtual raffle draw nationwide. You can play for just $259 or $1.50 and win big. Tell the commercial be 077 887 numbers to call. You can chime in on discussion. Um, yeah, to that on Thursday. Are the messenger the right words of the message, or is the message the right? Um, the message right, or are those are channeling 077-866-5073-887-5105. The numbers to call this one and compass of the show right here. I'll not forget to lay out for you the five W's regarding playing pool. That's clean. So let's answer those questions. The messengers. Right? For the message that you're offering, let's get to hear you, man. 0778-507-887-105-105. Numbers to call this morning. Let's say that matters. Development of our beloved. You and I can say, no, with they, or to which is said. What is the intent? Who are those sending the message? Can they take the message? Oh, yeah, there are great raised when it comes to what's the intent of that message. These are things that you as a person asking yourself, is it in the best interest of you and I, or are they just bringing this out to buy uh, our sympathy because it has to do with we need our healthcare services. We need that. That is a very cardinal point. We need it. We need a very serious the point that has to do with issue or minimum wage. These are all serious points. But who are those messengers? Who are the messengers? So now, right? If I sit here, I have the opportunity every morning to sit on this platform and talk about the things that matters, talk about the things that should be happening. And those things that are set and tight-lipped. When the opportunity is no longer in my reach, then I stand up to say, oh, and you know that here, you're drumming that advocate for this. That's just what it is. You have the platform. Some of them said they were in the how to call it that. What did they do? The space. They vocal on the same issues. Are these issues old issues or issues or they are just new? And let me say to the present leadership, come what may, they say the same rope that hang the monkey, same rope boom. That means the same of individuals who are now covering these general points when they have the space the issues, if you like doing it, now you are there to make the necessary changes and you still own, and some of you doing that DD by know that 6 years everlasting. And the Liberian people mind being developed. Compare yesterday's election of 2005 or you go back to the 17 election, 2005 election, all of the elections we had in this little space of time from 2005 to 2023, there were great changes made in the approach of the Liberian people towards these elections. In 2005, people were there printing T-shirts for themselves. Did we see that in other elections? If it did happen, it was not at the level it was in 2005. You see that? So that tells you the minds of the people, not just in a box, but they are giving wisdom. So when you are dealing with the people, you deal with them on the basis of transparency and accountability. You are a steward. You will give an account of your stewardship. You are a steward. You will give an account of your stewardship. And what is the date for your stewardship account? It's election day. What the people gonna say? Oh, congratulations, my son or my daughter. You've done extremely well for us. Gave you the opportunity to serve us. This is what we have in the package for you. This is, oh, you serve us for this. Yes. This is what we have in the package for you. You see that? So at the end of it, always have at the back of your mind as a leader, you are a servant. You are the door of yourself. You are a servant. The Liberian people need more. The Liberian people deserve better. So if you are put in the space to do the needful, the level of transformation, do it. The Liberian people are no longer sleeping. The eyes are open. They are watching. Everything else, that what time? Innovate between unorthodoxy and the people to elect on the day that is set constitutionally. Come on. The same road that the monkey is baboon. So that's why we always say to the president, swift action is necessary. When this person is caught in a web of the accused, that due process will take its course. And let that person face the law to exonerate him from himself. So we come to the point where we talk about morality. A lot of our leaders do not carry that filth in them. When you are accused of corruption, you need not to even be, know, or or recuse yourself. why you go through the due process. And when you are exonerated, that's why the good leader, but we have created this mindset that are entitled. That entitlement. We have created it for ourselves. Oh yeah, I'm entitled. I'm proud. I want what I need to be there. Hey, come on. You were not born with it. It's an opportunity. You were selected to be amongst those who are part of the governance of this country. So in your discharge of your duty, be responsible. That's what I found on my colleagues. Because you have the platform afforded you, you spare out information that are not factual. You spare out discourse that will lead the leader was polarized to the extent that every come on. And listen to our colleagues, sometimes I tend to wonder where the media in the media full brainer information dissemination. If we are disseminating information that are not right, and the people are consuming this information, it trickles their action. So how do you feel referring to yourself as a professional person, professional sit on the radio, you spare out false you use vocal and our society have gone to the extent that it is so gullible and politically when them men is not talking anything about my party, good interest, no, that man he's on the other side. Oh, will we continue to do one over and over and expect different results? We need to transform our mind, renewing of our minds. That's what I always say. When the minds are developed, the eyes can appreciate the words of the if we cannot renew our minds, the renewal of our minds. If we cannot renew, we always everything we politicize it in this country. Everything is about politics. When will we take the time to say this is what the leader always call on us and call on the to reintroduce the teaching of civics in our school. So, right, the teaching of civics in our school. We have a lot of us, we do not know our roles and responsibilities as citizens. And it's to say the branches of government. So we only care about the wing, our political uh, affiliation. So when I'm affiliated when affiliating with the party, see everything of that party, whether it is wrong or right, I go with it. That's why we are now questioning the authenticity and the credibility of the people that are leading this major cause. This major cause for transformation. There are so many Jamaican points that are in the 10 counts. But who are the messengers? Are these messengers people to be are they seeking relevance? Is You need to ask yourself if you get involved with these kinds of protests. Is the protest legit? Yeah, it's constitutional that every citizen family. But who are those calling for the assembly citizens? Can they be trusted? Do you trust them when you're in the space when you have the opportunity to narrate it? 087-105-105-0778 665-073 of the program of FM 1. So for our commercial commitment, we hereby don't. It's the time of new day in broadcasting, and I've got news for you. Radio and television stations, expert communications here for your information and purchasing at expert communication consultant are mail source for professional radio and television installation. Contact us today for the following. We build, do servicing hours from start to finish. We do full installation of radio television equipment, sample and brand radio and television of all kinds. On radio and television equipment. We do order radio and television equipment as well as the biggest news is we have solar broadcasters, solar power. So, for communication perfection, expert communication consoles for professional radio and television installation. We are on 10th Street, Rovia, right in the building. You can be contacted on 438 2632 or 231704632 or email us at owusu33@yahoo.com. Expert communication consultant, your premier source for professional radio and television installation.
If you want extra money, not expecting. Let me tell you about Momo Loan. Live fast and easy to be free with money problem. Momo Loan, you will take care of things. Without your money. The first thing you gotta do is to register. Star 156 star 5. And you will select your cash. Hey man, now what? Credit it. Momo Loan, they're not just giving you money, they are making you screw financial. Momo Loan, now your fallback position. Now your dependable. Go get it. Go bring it up to do. Control your money per hour with Momo Loan. Loan extra money for things that are important to you. Uh, extra cash for expenses. You your quick financial freedom. No cash, extra cash when you need it. Offer you quick financial for things that you matter. First, you gotta register. Just star 5 star. Extra cash. Remember, we are not just giving you cash. You with better financial Momo Loan. Your cash yeah, you need it. Let's go. So don't wait. Get started and take control of your finances with Momo Loan. Momo Loan. Cash. For things
MTN mobile money for the first time in life. Liberia, you can send money from your phone straight to Africa, Sierra Leone, Rwanda, will send your children to Rwanda or your market money to Guinea. Even on your goods from Ghana, Momo is now a just 156 star one hash, select the transfers and follow the instructions.
Send money across Africa right in the phone. Dial star 156 star one hash and select international transfer cross-border crypto remittance powered by Local MTN mobile money.
Luca Rental is bigger and better with affordable rides. You anywhere in the world is $5 or its equivalent. You can order and Central and pay just $6 or its equivalent. Drop off $6 or equivalent in and pay you $10. Calling 0888 111 222. Once again, book your 222. Looking for that perfect event available? Look no further than Shop Service. Our exceptional cultivating performances, the magic to a special occasion. Shatter life, breaking joy and rhythm, making memories heaven. Wedding parties, they will set the dish on fire. Shatter live band, your option design. Whether it's a wedding or private party, Shatter live band service is the answer. Our diverse repertoire of performances keep your guests dancing all night long. Don't settle for ordinary when you have the extraordinary with Shatter live band service. Contact Shatter live band service today on 0802440. The music speaks for itself. Shatter live band service where every note 077. This is 873 75105 inform panel of on Love FM. We plan to stay activate those and what's the chat being used? Leader? Yes, of course, the leader. It within our constitution that every citizen right peaceful assembly. So now conflict messengers. What are this God when they these are to answer 087 178 6573. Numbers to call morning and let's talk about even development of our point that there's there's normal activity promise for one. Never be for you some of having uh, social messages they are posted on social media. Let's get them now. Get is I could hear you, give you a clear understand why you should not get involved with Hmm? Yeah. So let's see what we see. Yeah. So you can call about it, talk about it is important to speak on issues. These are very important to us. Friends things are very, very important, most especially the health, the minimum wage, so forth. These are important. Who are those messengers? Who are, yeah, who are the messengers? Messengers for such a message, it's got to talk. 873-087-1005. This was where let's talk. Let's find something, the information across. Just join us. The positive show of FM 1.1. This is love. So this is uh, the press release, Ministry of, and it reads: the Ministry of Justice grants following careful security implication. Monrovia, July 14th, the Ministry of Justice has officially granted a permit to the civil society group Solidarity and Trust Day for its planned public assembly July 15th, following thorough review of the security implication of the group's request to the Ministry of Justice on July 2025. This decision emphasizes the government of Nigeria's continuous commitment to upholding the constitutional rights of all Nigerians to as peacefully assembly as Article 7 of the 1986 Constitution. However, the ministry urges the organizers and participants of STEAM to conduct themselves lawfully and must demonstrate the highest level of restraint and for the law as they exist. As the right to peaceful assembly is constitutional or constitutionally all citizens against lawlessness is also granted or guaranteed under the Constitution. Therefore, the gathering must take place within the boundaries of the law, or law enforcement will be available to arrest any unlawful activity doing right to assemble is fundamental, but it must be responsibly. We expect full cooperation with law enforcement and compliance with the terms of the law. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Justice wishes to inform that it has not granted a permit to any other group or civil society organization to hold a protest on the dates granted. The Ministry of Justice categorically warns individuals or groups planning similar assembly on the same dates, July 15 to the 17th, to immediately withdraw their decisions as the ministry has sanctioned any group of individuals except STAN, registered as a case disease. Notice to those planning to counter protest, signed Jutono College, Director of Press and Public Affairs, Ministry of Justice, Republic of Liberia. So you see, STAN has been given legal on the protests. Notwithstanding the same law that STAN to carry on the protests, also made available provision for the security and the government in particular to safeguard space for any of the acts. Mm. So this morning, we have the time to give me the five W's on each for the planned protest. And we analyze five W's and one H based on the messenger and the message of the prophet. So what have you to say? And the intent of them not to scare you, but to give you an output, put you at a point where you can make a conscious decision whether to fight or to abstain. The message and the messenger. Who are the messengers? They part the whole of the country for 6 years or more. If so, what did they do to change the narrative? The points they are raising, are they new points or these are old age issues that should have been addressed and part of the serve? Let's get to it. 087 5078 665 087 105 0778 665 073 are the numbers to call and form part of these groups. Let's talk about this. It is important to talk about little. We are told that where the word ends, nothing begins. So let us not still fear in ourselves. Go on Thursday are not going on Thursday are not going to do normal activities. Go and do your normal activities. It promises to be a peaceful one. So if we stand down and add all that still fear in ourselves, come on. that consciously we can engage in the process. Consciously we can engage in the process. We can make it in our presence. Hello?
Yes, morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Akwe from Abagashi.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, I will thank you for the discussion this morning. Like you rightly said, these are the very same people that were in position and they reject all these basic things that different people need. And now they are coming out to want to protest, to connect, to protest. But when they were there, they had to speak out. They had to speak on. So when they were there, they had to position to change the narrative. They did not do it. Not want to come out like they are the future of the like people. They are the same old thing. I want to thank you for the time.
Thank you. 0778 665 073 0887 105 The numbers to call. This morning, not to, not to fear you, point where you can make a conscious decision whether to be a part or to abstain. Not that you don't go down, don't be a part of it. The process that's going to put it down into has divided this whole process idea into 5 dead age. What? What is it? Protest. Why are they protesting? Where? When? Break it down. The accounts that these individuals who have. So we say who, what, when, where, why. So we broke it down to understanding the who. The primary organizers of the July 17 protests are Labor Society Group for Stand, Solidarity of Trust for a New Day. They are supported by various other groups, including We the People Movement, Civil Society Coalition, the Youth League of the Congress for Democratic Change, the Progressive Student Alliance, and Citizens United to demand accountability. Protests is spearheaded by who? Stan Chairman, Obake Molu. Notably, the Liberian People's Party, LPP, has distanced itself from the protests, viewing it as a political maneuver. The Unity Party has also disassociated itself from any counter protest. You know the who, right? But on to the what. But before we go to the what, who is the arrowhead of this protest? What is his track record? He becomes the messenger. What is his track record? What role did he play nationally and domestically? Okay, yeah, what did he do? What has he been? He served the immediate past leadership of the country for 6 years as chairman of the party that led. What was his impact? The message that is coming or that we are proffering is the message of all message or it is a new thing that just started to happen in the country. Let's go to the one. The protest team, enough is enough. What is enough? Aim to address several grievances against the Barker-led Unity Party government. The core demands outlined in a 10-point resolution include a minimum wage of 500 for civil servants during past immediate past regime. That was the minimum wage of the civil servant. Did the message speak to the issue? Did the healthcare system overhaul? But before we move to that, it's very important to note that civil servant needs a salary even than this. Is this point very serious cardinal point? We say yes. But who is the messenger? That message was in any point in time, was he afforded the opportunity to take the narrative and he did or did not? We get to answer the question. Healthcare system overhaul, a very serious one. Serious overhaul that will benefit whether you no party, we all can benefit. It's very serious. But at the time, the messenger had the opportunity to change the narrative or to speak against the ills for the transformation of the health sector. Is he or not? You get the answer. We talk about the end to restriction of motorbikes and catering operators, reversal of politically motivated dismissal, restriction of constitutional order maintaining protection. And this aspect of it, I always say to us young people, come on, why the other people still in government or still have positions in them when they were younger and now they are older, they're still there because they read between the line and they know the importance and ethics that comes with the job they have. They do not associate their professional life with that of the political life, regardless of who put them there. What remains that you are in a professional setting, remain in the comfort. When you are off duty, you are the political thing. You are a citizen. You but not within the confines of the professional cycle. Many can say is grants you the ethic that is expected. So if you say that, no, because our expected politically, so that means when it comes to my party, whether I own people or not, I'm showcase. I'm a benefit for my party too. Mm. But forget to know that is a law that grants certain. Let's say this. Look at very important. Talking about the dismissal of police director Gregory Cole and Deputy Director Nelson. So, very analysis, what are they doing? They're not 100%. But weighing the transformation, weighing the transformation to that of what we had, Is there any difference? Looking at the positives. So there are not more to talk about. But time is fast spent. 5105 86507. So it is yours to make the decision whether to abstain or to get engaged in the process. You have the opportunity. You are on the radio to speak on these ills in the society. Did you, now that you are now on the radio, why are you talking about one and the company just on when you have the opportunity to do the needful? Why not? So see, never too late to do the right thing. Another way is afforded you maximum because time, I say to all of you, get involved with something that you are not welcome with, or something that is not the nitty-gritty, or the main issue is because you yet are a freak. No, the gathering set consciously, consciously. Set yourself down. Ask yourself, who are, what is the message? My name is Rufus Van Cannon. I lead, another follow. But among equals, of course, I'm destined for greatness. It's wonderful being here with you. Those who listen, we say thanks for listening. Loan caller, we say thanks for participation. Those who follow us online, appreciate your following. We talk when we have the time, God's willing. I will say to you, there are two things in this life to always be remembered for problems and the problems. We must take responsibility for two things in our lives. Our food is important. Because in union with God upon our rights to prove we overcome us and our country. Then we meet the follow. What's among it? Of course, I'm just that's what I'm going first. Follow the rest of us.